read it wouldn't have voted for it. And a lot of people just didn't read it. Because it was, a tough time. To get into my job.
Yeah, that's true.
So those races, I defeated incumbent in the state senate. I defeated I'm Senator Russ Feingold.
Sounds good. We'll have Russ and Will do the taping and then talented staff. Will was doing a little bit of the salsa dancing thing. He had that kind of going on.
Who got the most blasted? And she said, Will.
There's pretty much one answer.
There wasn't, and it didn't, she didn't have to.
Okay, Mr. Feingold, other than you, who else voted against the Patriot Act?
I was the only member of the Senate to vote against the USA Patriot Act. There were 60 to 66 members of the House who fortunately voted against it, including Congresswoman Tammy Baldwin, who was a congresswoman from Wisconsin.
And what did you think of the Patriot Act?
Well, I read it, and I wanted to vote for it, but there were provisions in there that went way too far, that were not related to terrorism or even criminal conduct. It looked to me like a gift of power to the FBI that most Americans would not be comfortable with. And even Bob Novak of CNN said, Russ Feingold was right, this was an old wish list of the FBI. And those portions of the bill are what need to be changed, not the whole thing.
And you voted against both of the tax cuts. And who do you think favors from those tax cuts?
Well, there's no question who does better from those tax cuts. The Congressional Budget Office put out a study yesterday that, even the government here under George Bush, the study says that the very wealthy people got a great deal of benefit, and people in the middle class, some in the $50,000 to $75,000 range, actually had more taxes. So I did vote against both tax cuts, not because I don't think we couldn't have afforded some tax cut, but it was too big. And now we have the largest deficit in American history, which is very harmful to our economy.
What do you think is one of the worst things that President Bush has done in his serving all of us?
The worst thing is to lose his focus on the fight against terrorism. We have to stop these terrorist organizations that are trying to kill us and our kids. But when he took a detour over into Iraq and pretended to the American people that somehow that was about Al-Qaeda and 9/11, he really misled us. And it led to a serious mistake that I think has weakened our ability to fight terrorism and has weakened our relationship with just about every country in the world. That's a big mistake, and it's one of the reasons he's got to go. We need a new president.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.